The economic dangers of the Asian citrus psyllid. There is a menace loose in Florida, California, and several other states and foreign countries. And this menace is called the Asian citrus psyllid. And it is the size of a grain of rice, which, in case you couldn't tell, is pretty small. The Asian citrus psyllid is the sole carrier of the citrus greening disease, otherwise known as HLB. And because of the Asian citrus psyllid, the state of Florida is currently quarantined by the United States Department of Agriculture, otherwise known as the USDA. And get the thoughts of Monster Inc. and 2319 out of your head. We're not talking hazmat suits here. We're talking no citrus plants or parts of plants allowed into the state, and no citrus plants or parts of plants allowed out of the state without being checked. And now let's get down to why the Asian citrus psyllid is really dangerous. Money. And in this case, money does grow on trees. Yeah. And in this case, Florida has about 74 million citrus trees on about 596,000 acres of citrus groves. Groves are little groups of trees. And that's all just money waiting to be squeezed, processed, and sold. And because of the Asian citrus psyllid, Florida lost about $3.6 billion of that citrus money. Which you may be thinking, yeah, sure, that's a lot of money, but that's the government's problem. After all, more money equals more problems. Well, it's not just the government's problem, though. It's the farmer's problem. All the orange juice commercials aren't lying to you. There are family-owned orchards in Florida that produce a lot of citrus. They're not just corporations. And so they're all the ones losing their money. And all their workers are losing their money. And you may be thinking, yeah, sure, but that's like across the state. That's not our problem. I guess it's not, but it is in California. It may only be in one county, but it's still in California. And so again, it might not be affecting any of us, but we're in San Joaquin. We're in a farming valley. This does affect us, whether you want it to or not. And in Florida, it's already affected 6,600 people. The 6,600 people who lost their jobs because of this tiny little menace. And the Asian citrus psyllid can very easily transmit its disease just by eating. We all do it, and mosquitoes also do it. And the Asian citrus psyllid transmits the citrus greening disease the same way mosquitoes transmit malaria, through its proboscis, otherwise its mouth. And as how when mosquitoes bite you to drink your blood, blah blah blah, they can give you diseases. And it's the same concept with Asian citrus psyllid. When they bite the citrus trees or the citrus leaves, they transmit the disease to it. And the disease can also be spread through the tree, though it's not fully known how the tree actually spreads the disease. The main known way of the disease being spread is through the insect.